Guys, we love our 4K, oh yes we do. 4K is amazing, but guess what? With 4K there also comes 3D, and although 3D is dying, there are some 3D titles which are just a better experience than 4K Blu-ray, and I am gonna talk about that bitch. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Brass Tats in this bitch. You already know. You already know, people. Right, we're gonna do something a little different with this video because, as you guys probably know from the reviews, I've got a shit ton of 4Ks. And I also have a lot of 3D movies as well. And sometimes I find myself preferring the 3D over the 4K. Now, I know 3D is dying, but it's not dead yet. And whilst it's still here, I'm gonna talk about that bitch. This is not a top 10 or anything like that, although there may be 8 to 10 titles that I can think of. And this may be one video out of many. There may be a part 2, a part 3, what have you. Now, Life of Pi looks great in 4K. It's not referenced by any means as far as I'm concerned, but it looks great. HDR is a winner on that bitch. But this movie was shot with 3D in mind, and it is native 3D. And boy, does it show. This movie is a reference quality 3D transfer, top 5 in mine for sure, and 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna pick up the 3D version because one, it's more immersive, and the 3D atmosphere just fits the story so much more than the 4K does in my opinion. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Very, very good 4K transfer. Very good, nice and vibrant. There's colors on there that you just aren't gonna see on a 1080p Blu-ray, let alone 3D. But the 3D Blu-ray of this is phenomenal. There's shit popping out the screen and this bitch looks amazing. 3D is so deep in this movie and so ultra realistic that you feel you can reach out and touch that bitch. And the theme of this movie centers around magic, so there are going to be a lot of pop-out moments and special effects, and I think with 3D, the way they have utilized 3D with this movie makes me prefer that over the 4K transfer. Independence Resurgence. I think I was too nice with that review because I saw it again the other day. It's a very mediocre transfer. I don't know whether I put it in my most disappointing, but that bitch is on its way, I ain't gonna lie to you. The 3D though blows this out of the water, especially in the film's climax, when you get the ships coming out the screen and spinning around and going back in that bitch. God damn! The 4K of Mad Max is a bit divisive. Some people really like the transfer, some people not so much. I, for one, really like the transfer. It was very vivid, very bright, HDR popped up the screen, but the Blu-ray was also very good. And the 3D was great on this as well. There are certain scenes where shit explodes and it literally pops right out of the screen. It's got great pop-up moments and it could have run the risk of being a bit gimmicky, but it really isn't. The way they use the 3D, the pop-out moments with this transfer, does it justice and doesn't feel gimmicky at all. 3D is the way to go for Mad Max, in my opinion. This is an easy one for me, although the 4K is stellar. It's damn near reference, in my opinion, and that is In the Heart of the Sea. The movie's alright. There are some standout moments on there and everyone knows what those are. The fucking whale, the whale scenes, goddamn. The whale scenes look A1 in this bitch. The 4K was ultra sharp, ultra detailed, HDR was bold, vibrant, and if you've got 4K, chances are you're happy with this purchase. But here's the thing, the 3D on this is reference. The 3D on this is some of the best 3D I've ever seen. Just everything pops. Everything pops. There is depth to everything on this bitch. I don't know whether it was natively shot in 3D, but if it wasn't, I'll be surprised because the 3D is that good. Jupiter Ascending, this is an easy one. The 4K is mediocre. Not been a big fan of it, but nothing's gonna wow you at all. When I think of the 3D of Jupiter Ascending, I think of the chase at the beginning where Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis, god damn, Mila Kunis, you look great in 3D, you look great in 4K, you a winner. That's what I'm gonna say. There's a scene where they're being chased around the city. Standout moment in 3D, beautiful 3D. Now, I wouldn't say it's reference 3D. 3D is a much better experience for me than the 4K Blu-ray. This movie's damn near reference on 4K, and it is absolutely 100% referenced in 3D. 4K had great HDR. I think detail was a little inconsistent. I think in parts it had a hell of a lot of detail, in other parts it was a little softer, and I think that's dependent because maybe it was shot with more than one camera. There's definitely more detail in the 4K Blu-ray, 100%. But the immersive experience that you get with 3D is second to none. Even when they get into the Jaeger, is it Jaeger or Jaeger? I don't know. Even when they get into the Jaeger, you feel like you're in that bitch with them. First scene in the ocean with the boat, I ain't seen anything more 3D than that bitch. God damn, it was beautiful. Within the first 2 minutes, I was blown away and I knew I was into something special with this 3D. The 3D is winning hands down. If I wanted to impress someone with my TV that does 3D and 4K, I would put Pacific Rim in 3D first. God damn, amazing. All right, guys, you take care. Thank you for all the support. If you want to support the channel, go over to my Patreon at Brass Tacks. I'll leave a link. In any case, you guys are amazing. You take care. I'm gonna catch up with you soon.